It is now your turn to try some multiplication and division of numbers written in scientific notation. If you've not tried these 4 examples already on your own, please pause the video, attempt them on your own, then return to the video to check your work. In example A, we have 3 times 10 to the 14th times 3 times 10 to the negative 6. To do this multiplication, we first need to multiply the coefficients. 3 times 3 is 9. Separately, we need to multiply the powers of 10. 10 to the 14th times 10 to the negative 6. Well, we add the exponents, 14 plus negative 6 gives us a positive 8. As a final step, we want to make sure that the coefficient, 9, is actually between 1 and 10, which it is, and so we've got our final answer, 9 times 10 to the 8th. On part B, we want to divide 4.2 times 10 to the negative 11th by 1.4 times 10 to the negative 17th. As a first step, we will do the operation with the coefficients as well. 4.2 divided by 1.4 is 3. As a second step, we will simplify the powers of 10. 10 to the negative 11th divided by 10 to the negative 17th. We need to subtract the bottom exponent from the numerator's exponent. So that gives us negative 11 minus negative 17. When we simplify that, we end up with 3 times 10 to the positive 6. Again, we want to verify that 3 actually is a number between 1 and 10, and so we're comfortable with the answer still being in scientific notation. In part C, 6 times 10 to the 5th times 8 times 10 to the negative 8. We begin with the coefficients. 6 times 8 is 48. Already we see that we've got a problem, not in terms of the multiplication, but in terms of the answer being in scientific notation. We'll come back to adjust that 48 in a minute. Separately, 10 to the 5th times 10 to the negative 8. We will add 5 plus negative 8 and end up with negative 3. 48 times 10 to the negative 3rd. While it is the value of what we started with, it is not in scientific notation. We'll first start by converting 48 into scientific notation. To put it into scientific notation, I need to put the decimal behind the 4. This will give us 4.8 times the power of 10. To make 4.8 back into 48, I need to move it one place bigger, so that it has to be a positive power on the 10. So 48 is the same thing as 4.8 times 10 to the 1st. Well, now that the coefficient has been cleaned up so that it is between 1 and 10, we now need to recombine the powers of 10 back here. 10 to the 1st times 10 to the negative 3rd, adding those exponents leaves us with 10 to the negative 2. So our answer for part C is 4.8 times 10 to the negative 2. On part D, 1.5 times 10 to the 8th divided by 7.5 times 10 to the negative 7th. We begin with the coefficients. 1.5 divided by 7.5 is 0.2. Separately, 10 to the 8th divided by 10 to the negative 7th is 10 to the 8 minus negative 7. Simplifying that, we have 0.2 times 10 to the 8 minus negative 7 is really 8 plus 7 times 10 to the 15th. The problem still is in the point 2. While we do have a value equal to the original expression, it's not in scientific notation. To put it into scientific notation, we will have to move the decimal one place to the right, giving us a value of 2 times the power of 10. Now to get from the 2 that's in orange back to the 0.2 in blue that we started with, I would have to move the decimal place one place in a negative direction, making it smaller. So 0.2 is the same thing as 2 times 10 to the negative 1st. Now we still have that times 10 to the 15th from before. We need to now recombine our powers of 10. So the answer becomes 2 times 10 to the 14th, because negative 1 plus 15 equals 14. Again, make sure when you finish your work that your answer still is in scientific notation, and you might need to do a little bit of adjustments to make sure that coefficient is between 1 and 10.